Yes. Okay, guys. So it's good to be back again. Yes. So it's like it's like uh we are going to be covering a lot today because I don't know. I just woke up feeling this way. So we have to continue. The topic is elementary rule operation. So the last video, so I think I'm going to be creating a playlist for this, so that it's going to be easy for everyone to follow it layer by layer. Yes, because this is where students struggle. I want everything to be laid down in a way that is such that you know that after this video, this is the next one. Like there should be a sequence, like an algorithm this has to follow. Because no matter how or good or how much effort one is putting into watching this video now, you know, and doing the needful, if you don't watch the if you don't watch the videos in the right order, then one will still not get anything out of this. So today now, here we are on elementary operations, and we'll be using matrices. Matrices. No. So what's a matrix? So a matrix is a rectangular array of numbers that represents a multi-dimensional object. So matrices are used to solve linear systems as well as in vectors operations. So, and this is what a matrix look like. So it has rows, and the rows are the horizontal and the columns are the vertical. So these are the rows. So rows are the horizontal entries, while the columns. So this is row one now. So this is row one. This is row two, and this is row three. That's row three, right? So talking about the columns, we see that A11, A21, A31. So this will be the column 1, and A12, A22, A32 is the column 2, A13, A23, A33 is the column 3. So these are the columns. So because these are the terms we'll be using in analyzing uh, the subsequent analysis that we'll be doing, columns, rows. So now we know rows are horizontal entries and the columns are the vertical entries. Okay, so now, so what is elementary row operation? I can you just For instance, now let's say we have a 3 by 3 matrix. When I say 3 by 3 matrix, I mean one, a matrix with three rows like this, one, two, three, and also three columns. So let's say we have 3, 6, 9 for row 1, and maybe for row 2 we have 4, 2, and 8. Maybe for row 3 we have 10, 5, and 20. So this is a matrix now, and we are asked to perform a row operation. Like the first row operation they want us to do is to do uh, row 1 divided by 3 to give us the new row 1. The new row 1. Now, so when you take a very close look at this, what this prompt is asking of us is to divide through row 1 to get the new row 1. So in this matrix now, row 2 will not change, row 3 will not change. So the only thing that changes is row 1. So let's see how that goes. So our new matrix is going to be like this. So we know row 2 is not changing, 4 to 8 is not changing, row 3 is not changing. So let's write that. Only row 1 will change because we are only performing the elementary row operation on row 1. So just divide through by 3. So if you divide 3 by 3, it gives you 1. Divide 6 by 3, it gives you 2. Divide 9 by 3, it gives you 3. So, and with that, as just simple as that, we have performed this row operation. So this will be our example one. Let this stand as our example one here. This is what it means to perform a row operation. You just took row 3, divide through row 3 by 3. Now let's see another example here. Okay, I think we are good. So now, so let's say we have another question now, a fresh question. Let's say this. We can even continue with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 8, 10, 5, 20. So this is going to be our example 2, right? So now, let's say we want to perform this row operation now. We want to multiply, we want to do -4 row 1 plus row 2 to give us the new row 2 now. So I believe we're all following. You can always pause the video, you can always go back, of course. Are we getting it now? Okay, so how should we continue from here? Now we only want to change row 2. They are only asking us to change row 2, so it means all other entries will be the same. So here now, we are only working on row 2, so row 1 will not change. Row 1 will still be 1, 2, 3. Row 3 will not change. 10, 5, 20. So what we are only working on row 2. That's why we have new row 2 here. So and how does that go? They said we are going to multiply. We should multiply -4. Multiply through row 1 by -4, right? And you add them up with row 2 accordingly. So let's pick the first one. So if I multiply 1 by -4, this gives me -4, right? So then plus this 4. So it's going to be like -4 plus 4. That's going to be 0, right? Or let me put it in a neater form. So I'm trying to perform this row operation here, right? So 4, the first entry in row 1 is 1, so it's going to be -4 times 1, then plus row 2, the first entry in row 2 is 4, and of course this will give us 0. So the first entry here is going to be 0. To get to the second one, we go back to this prompt again. -4 times row 1, so we are doing -4 times 2. We are picking the next entry here, times 2, then plus the next entry in row 2, which is 2. This will give us -8 plus 2, and that gives us -6. -6 here. And lastly, we go to the prompt again. Here we want to do -4 times 3, then plus row 2, the corresponding entry in row 2, which is 8. So we have -4 into bracket 3 plus 8. So this will give us -12 plus 8, and that's -4. So -4 is here. Guys, this is the meaning of row operations, and what we have here, that's all. That's everything here. That's everything. So we have just see how we did this, right? So I'll give you this one just to attempt. So this is an exercise. Let me just say, try this now. Try this. So I want you to do. So you're working on this question now. So it's okay. Let's still work on this question. So you have 1, 2, 3 here, 0, -6, -4, 10, 5, 20. Now, what if the question says we should find uh negative 10 row 1 plus row 3 to give us the new row 3 row 3. Please take note that here only row 3 will change. Only the row 3 will change. Row 1 will remain the same. Row 2 stays the same, right? So I want you to attend this, and you can just tell me the entries of the new row 3 in the comment section. I'll see you.